I'm back with new stories, and as usual, I have 5 stories for you today. How are you doing? I hope you are doing great. If you are new here, I'm Vera, but you can call me V. And I share real life stories I receive from my followers and subscribers. Stories in need of your advice and opinions. And so please something you will love. Please subscribe and like this video. Come and join the family. And don't forget to turn on the notifications so that when I post, you'll be notified immediately. And now, without any further delay, let's get right into it. I broke my roommate's phone accidentally, but I am refusing to replace it because she left it carelessly. Now she's calling me wicked, but honestly, I feel like she's overreacting. Let me explain. So I live with this girl, let's call her Abna. We have been staying together for almost a year now, and everything has been normal. Not best friends, but we manage. The only issue I've always had with her is she is too careless. Everything she owns, she just throws it anywhere. Phone on the bed, money inside random bags, important things just lying around like it is nothing. Meanwhile, me, I am very organized. I've even warned her before. One day, something will happen and you will blame somebody. But she always laughs it off. So fast forward to that day. I had just come back from a stressful day, tired, hungry, not in the mood for anything. I entered the room and didn't even notice anything unusual. I just dropped my bag on the bed and went to the kitchen. 5 minutes later, I came back and sat down. That was when I heard it. That sound, that crack. I stood up immediately, checked the bed, and there it was, a phone. Under my bag, screen completely shattered. I won't lie, I didn't know what to do. I was shocked. Because how do you just leave your phone on the bed like that? No case, no protection, just there. Immediately, I called her. She has 2 phones, by the way. I told her straight, your phone was on the bed and it has broken. The way she screamed, you would think I threw it on the ground. She rushed back home and started inspecting it like something can change. Then she looked at me and said, you will replace it, right? And that is where the problem started. Because me, I don't think I should. Yes, I am the one who dropped my bag. But why was your phone there in the first place? If you take care of your things properly, this wouldn't have happened. So I told her, it is not my fault. You left it carelessly. The way her face changed there, you could see the anger. She said, so because I left it on the bed, you can destroy it and walk away. I said, destroy how? Did I intentionally break it? Or was it because of your own carelessness? That is when the argument started, back and forth, raising voices. She kept insisting I should fix it. And I kept telling her no. Because this is a lesson. If I replace it, she will never learn. And honestly, phones are not cheap. Why should I spend my money because someone else is careless? But the way she reacted after that, that is when I knew this whole thing was about to escalate. Because she said something that didn't sit right with me at all. She said, okay, if that is how you want to do it, don't worry. So after the argument, things in the house became very tense. We stopped talking. Everybody was minding their own business. And me, I thought that was the end of it. She would get angry for a few days. Then she would get over it. But I didn't know Abuna had already planned something. Because tell me why 3 days later, I woke up to get ready for work. I opened my wardrobe and just stood there. My clothes, almost all of them, gone. At first, I thought maybe I arranged them somewhere else. But no, everything was missing. Important clothes, outfits I wear for work, even some shoes. I was confused. So I went to the hall. And there she was, sitting calmly like nothing happened. So I asked her, where are my clothes? And she said, I sold them. I said, what? She said, yes. She sold them to replace her phone. And do you know what annoyed me the most? She said it so casually, like it was normal. I was angry. Like, how can you just sell somebody's things without even telling them that is theft? Simple. So I started shouting, telling her she had crossed the line. And she just looked at me and said, you said you won't pay. I also found my own way. Hey, that one pained me because now I am the one losing. And when I told some people about it, do you know what they said? They said it is fair. Fair? How is that fair? Yes, her phone broke, but it wasn't intentional. Meanwhile, she intentionally sold my things, and people are still supporting her. Now, I am even more confused because two wrongs don't make a right. But at the same time, I still don't feel like I should have paid for that phone. So now I want to know, was I really wrong for refusing to replace her phone? Or did she take things too far by selling my clothes? Do you think I should report her to the police? Babe, I think you are both wrong. You broke her phone, and I know it wasn't on purpose, but you did it. I know she was careless, but you still had a part in it. The fair thing would have been to share the cost, not to refuse completely. But I think what she did is worse. Selling your clothes without telling you is theft. That was going too far. So babe, you should have taken some responsibility. At least try to help her with part of the money. But she also had no right to sell your things. Right now, I think you should try to settle it calmly. Compare the cost of the phone and your clothes, and then agree on a balance. If she refuses to balance you and things get worse, then yes, you can report her to the police because what she did is illegal. The two of you should just sit down and work it out calmly. I'm wishing you all the best. Now let me know what you think down below. Do you think she's wrong in this situation? Leave your thoughts down below. And do you think she should report this case to the police? Let us know what you think down below. She'll be in the comment section reading your comments. And now let's move on to story number 2. I don't even know if I am overreacting or if I actually saved myself that night. This happened just last week in Accra. It was around 9:30 p.m. I had stayed late at work because of a deadline. And by the time I was done, I was already tired and just wanted to get home. Normally, I would take a choo-choo, but it was late, so I ordered a ride. The driver accepted almost immediately. At first, everything was normal. He greeted me, I greeted back. Quiet type, no small talk. I actually preferred that because I was exhausted. We drove for about 10 minutes and I wasn't really paying attention because I was on my phone replying messages. Then something felt off. You know that feeling when your body just picks something up before your mind does. I looked up and realized this wasn't the usual road to my area. At first, I thought maybe he was avoiding traffic, so I didn't say anything. But then we kept going deeper into roads I had never seen before. No street lights, fewer cars. The houses looked more spaced out. That is when I spoke. Please, this isn't the way. He didn't even turn, just said, I know where I am going. Something about the way he said it wasn't reassuring. I checked the map on my phone. The road on the map was completely different from where we were heading. Now my heart started beating small. Can you follow the map, please? I said again. This time, he didn't respond at all. Not even a word. Just kept driving. I tried calling someone. My network just dropped. No signal. I refreshed it. Turned airplane mode on and off. Nothing. That was when I started looking properly outside. I didn't recognize anything. No shops, no people walking. Just long stretches of road and a few houses set far apart. Even the street lights were not consistent. Now I sat up properly. Please, where are you taking me? I asked. Still nothing. At this point, my chest was tight. Then I noticed something else. The child lock. The door handle wasn't opening from inside. That was when I realized I might not be able to get out of that car. And right then, he slowly reached for something inside a seat. And that is when I knew something was seriously wrong. I swear my whole body just went cold. The moment he reached beside his seat, my mind started running. I didn't even know what I was expecting. A weapon, rope, anything. But what he pulled out was his phone. He picked it up, glanced at it, then dropped it back like it was nothing. But the damage was already done. My fear had already peaked. Now I knew one thing for sure. This man was intentionally ignoring me. I forced myself to stay calm. Panicking wouldn't help me. So I changed my tone completely. I said very softly, please, I am not feeling well. Can you stop somewhere for me to get down? No response. That was when I did something I don't even know where I got the courage from. I leaned forward slightly and said, I have shared this trip with my brother. He is tracking us. That was a lie. But immediately I said it, I saw his eyes shift in the mirror. Just small, but I caught it. That was when I knew he understood exactly what I was saying. A few seconds passed, then slowly he reduced speed, not fully stopping, just slowing down. We were approaching a small junction. I could see one provision shop with a light on. I didn't wait. The moment the car slowed enough, I pulled the handle again. This time, it opened. I didn't even understand how. I pushed the door and jammed out. I almost fell, but I ran straight toward the shop. I didn't look back. I just kept running. When I finally turned, the car was already gone. Just like that. Later, when I checked the app, the trip had been marked as completed. Till today, I keep thinking about it. If I hadn't said that thing about being tracked, would he have stopped? Or would I have ended up somewhere I couldn't come back from? So now I am asking, am I overthinking this? Or was that driver actually planning something? Babe, overthinking way. Overthinking way. You are not overthinking this. Everything you just described are real warning signs. He ignored the route on the app. He ignored your questions and he drove into a quieter, unfamiliar area. And you said the child lock was on. Babe, is that the normal behavior of drivers? I am so happy you trusted your instincts and picked up on it early. You acted fast and that is what likely protected you. Babe, next time when you're inside an Uber or a taxi, pay attention. Don't be on your phone. And if you've not done it yet, report the trip on the app. Give full details so it is on record. And please, always share your trip with someone. Sit where you can reach the door easily and always trust your instincts. Don't wait. Immediately you feel something is wrong, run. Don't wait. So no, babe, you are not overthinking. And I am so happy you made it out of there safe. Hey, please stay safe out there because a lot of bad things are happening nowadays. Please stay safe out there. Now, let me know what you think down below. Do you think she's overthinking this? Leave your thoughts down below. She'll be in the comment section, reading your comments. And now let's move on to story number 3. I ruined my ex's new relationship. And honestly, I don't regret it. Let me explain. So me and this guy, let's call him Kweku, dated for almost 3 years. Not small relationship. We went through a lot together. I supported him when he didn't have anything. I stood by him when his business was struggling. Even his own friends used to say I was the one holding him down. So tell me why the relationship ended. And barely 2 months later, this guy is already in a new relationship. Posting here, smiling, looking happy like nothing happened. That thing didn't sit well with me at all. Because how do you just move on like that? After everything we shared, it made me start thinking, was I even important to him at all? Or was I just there to help him build himself? At first, I tried to ignore it. I told myself, focus on your own life. But the more I saw them, the more it pained me, especially the way he was treating her. Taking her to places he never took me. Posting her like she's some prize. Meanwhile, me, I had to beg for basic things. That was when I started feeling like something is not right. Because this same man that claimed he wasn't that type of person is now doing everything. So what changed? That was when I decided I needed to find out the truth. So I started asking questions small, from mutual friends, from people that know him. And what I found out, that was what pushed me because apparently this girl didn't just appear after our breakup. She had been around, even while we were still together. That one, it didn't just pain me, it angered me because now it is looking like I was being played. So I asked myself one simple question. If he disrespected me like that, why should I sit down quietly and watch him be happy? Why? So I made a decision. I wasn't going to fight him directly, no. I was going to be smart because sometimes the best way to deal with someone is not confrontation, it is exposure. So I reached out to the new girlfriend, calmly and nicely, like someone who just wants to clear the air. So when I reached out to his new girlfriend, I didn't go there to insult her or anything. I was very calm. I even told her, I am not here to fight you. I just feel like you deserve to know the truth. It was playing both of us. At first, she was defensive, saying things like, he told me everything. Our relationship is different. I just smiled because I have heard that before. So I started showing her things, old messages, pictures, dates. I even showed her proof that some of the times he told her he was busy, he was actually with me. The way her tone changed you could tell everything she believed was shaking. She started asking me questions, plenty questions, and I answered everything, honestly. So after that conversation, everything scattered. They started having issues, arguments, accusations. I even heard she confronted him directly. And of course, he tried to deny it, but the evidence was there. So what could he say? Within a short time, they broke up, just like that. And when I heard, I won't lie, I was happy because justice has been served. You can't disrespect me and go and be happy somewhere else like nothing happened. No. But then something happened that I didn't expect. A few days later, Kweku called me and he said something that has been sitting in my mind ever since. He said, "You didn't ruin my relationship. You just confirmed that leaving you was the best decision I ever made." That one, it hits me somehow because now I'm thinking. So I want to know, was I wrong for stepping in and ruining their relationship? Or was I right since he played both of us? This one is a bit confusing, but I think you did the right thing, babe. If he had not cheated on you and you just wanted to ruin his relationship, that would have been a different problem altogether, a different issue entirely. But you were saying her while she was still together, he was cheating. So yes, babe, you did the right thing. And babe, what he said, don't mind him. He's just his and he's trying to hurt you too. But babe, the real issue is not them, it is you. I know you are still hurt, but forget him and focus on your life. Stop checking what he's doing. Stop comparing yourself to any new girl he starts dating. Just move on. Choose yourself and move on, babe. I'm wishing you all the best. Now, let me know what you think down below. Do you think she's wrong in this situation? Leave your thoughts down below. She'll be in the comment section reading your comments. And now let's move on to story number 4. I don't even know how to explain what I am feeling right now. I have been married to my husband for 6 years. From the beginning, everything was fine. The only problem, we couldn't have a child. At first, it didn't bother me too much. I believed it would happen when the time was right. But in Ghana, you already know how it is. After the first year, people start asking questions. After the second year, it became pressure. By the third year, it became something else entirely. His family, especially his mother, any small gathering, she will find a way to say something. Some women just come to waste a man's time. Marriage without children, what is the point? At first, my husband used to defend me. He would tell them to stop, but slowly he stopped. He became quiet whenever they spoke. Then distance. We tried everything, hospitals, tests, prayers, even traditional herbs his aunt brought from the village. Every time the results came back, nothing is wrong. But still, nothing happened. Then one evening, he came home looking strange. He sat me down and said, "I need to tell you something and you have to stay calm." My heart dropped immediately. Then he said it. There is a child. I just stared at him. At first, I didn't even understand. Then he continued. "It was a mistake. It happened once. I didn't plan it, but a girl got pregnant." I felt like my ears were ringing. He kept talking, but I couldn't even hear properly. All I thought was, the child is mine. I don't even remember what I said after that. I just remember asking one question. Since when? And he said, almost 2 years now. 2 years. Meaning while I was going from hospital to hospital, praying, crying and trying, he already had a child somewhere. I felt something break inside me. And the worst part hadn't even come out yet. Because then he said, my family knows. That is when everything started to make sense. The pressure, the silence, the way they looked at me. They already knew. And I was the only one living in ignorance. Then he said something that made my stomach turn. They want the child to come and stay with us, eh? I looked at him like I didn't recognize who I married. I said, so what am I supposed to do? And he just said, please try and understand. It was a mistake. But something about the way he said everything, it didn't feel like a mistake. It felt calculated. That is when I started thinking about all the things I ignored. The late nights, the sudden business trips, the way his mother suddenly became calm this past few months. It wasn't adding up. So the next morning, I did something I had never done before. I went through his phone, and what I found there made me realize this was never a mistake in the first place. What I saw on that phone, I wish I could unsee it. At first, I didn't even know what I was looking for. My hands were shaking. Then I saw a chat with his mother. I opened it, and the moment I started reading, my whole body went cold. These conversations were not new. They had been going on for years. I saw one message from his mother that I will never forget. If that woman cannot give you a child, then you have to do what is necessary. We cannot sit and watch our name end. My chest tightened. Then his reply, I understand. I am handling it. Handling it. Like I was not even part of the marriage. Like I was just an obstacle. I kept scrolling. There were discussions about different women. Yes, different women. Options, like they were choosing. Then I saw the one, the girl. Her name kept appearing, and one message stood out. Make sure she's clean, and there will be no complications. I had to sit down. I couldn't breathe properly. He didn't sleep or fall. He was sent. Everything suddenly made sense. The confidence he had when telling me, because in his mind, he had done nothing wrong. He had fulfilled a duty. And I was just the wife who couldn't give him a child. Later that day, he came home and acted like everything was normal. I just looked at him, this man I cried with, and all along, he and his family were planning this behind my back. Now the child is here. His family is already asking when they can bring the baby to stay with us. And he keeps saying, please, let's move forward. There is nothing we can do now. Nothing we can do now. So should I just accept it? Live in the same house with proof of betrayal that was carefully planned. I haven't told him what I saw. He thinks I still believe it was a mistake. But now I'm just watching him, because the truth is, I don't even know who I am married to anymore. So tell me, am I supposed to accept this and stay, or walk away from everything we built? Babe, leave, okay, for your peace of mind. This man and his family plan to cheat on you, and now a child is involved, and they are bringing this child to your house. So wait, oh, are you the one who is going to take care of this child, or what? Or is the mother also coming into the house? I don't understand. Babe, if you stay, it means that you are accepting that he lied to you for years. It means that you've accepted that it is okay for his family to disrespect you. And bear in mind that this can happen again. This is only one child, and this man is not showing accountability at all. Like the audacity for him to sit you down and tell you, I have another child with another woman, I'm bringing the child to the house. Like, how? He doesn't even feel guilty. Now, babe, let me be honest with you. If you walk away, yes, you'll be losing the life you built. You will have to start over. You have to deal with pain and uncertainty. But babe, you'll also be keeping your dignity. You'll be choosing a life where you are respected, not a life that breaks you every day. You don't have to decide everything today, but don't let anybody rush you into accepting this. This is not normal at all. And babe, before anything else, ask yourself one question. If this were to happen to someone else and they come to you and tell you this story, what advice will you give the person? Be honest, because deep down, you already know what you have to do. You deserve better than this, babe. You've got this, and I'm wishing you all the best. Some people too. Leave your thoughts down below. She needs your advice, and she'll be in the comment section reading your comments. And now let's move on to story number 5. I didn't think anything of it when I left my phone on the table. It was just a normal evening. I had just come back from work, tired as usual. I dropped my bag, went straight to the bathroom to shower. My phone was still unlocked. I didn't even notice. My husband was in the hall. That is where everything started. When I came out, the house was too quiet. I stepped into the hall and saw him sitting there, my phone in his hand. At first, I thought maybe he was just checking something. Then I saw his face. Tears, not small tears. Oh. This man was crying like someone had just told him something he couldn't handle. I froze. I had never seen him like that before. I rushed to him and asked, what happened? He didn't answer immediately. He just looked at me like he was seeing me for the first time. Then he asked me one question. How long? My heart dropped instantly. How long what? I asked. He turned the phone toward me. It was a chat. Not with any man. Not anything romantic. Just a conversation between me and my close friend. But the messages, I didn't even need to read anything again. I already knew. I'm tired. I can't keep living like this. I've started saving small so I can live quietly. I just need the right time. My chest tightened. I slowly sat down. He kept staring at me. How long have you been planning to leave me? He asked again. I didn't answer because the truth was, this didn't start yesterday. It didn't even start this year. It started slowly with the little things, the disrespect, the shouting, the way he would dismiss my feelings like they didn't matter. At first, I used to fight back. Then I started explaining. Then I started begging for change. But when nothing changed, I went quiet. That was when I started planning. But he didn't notice, or maybe he didn't want to. Now here he was crying. He said, "So all this time you were just pretending." I looked at him and said softly, "I wasn't pretending. I was trying." That made him cry even more. "I didn't know it was this bad," he said. And that was when something in me shifted. Because how could he not know? How could you live with someone every day and not see them slowly breaking? I just looked at him and realized he only noticed because he accidentally saw my phone, not because he was paying attention, not because he cared enough to see. And that was when I knew we were not in the same place at all. But what he said next, that was what made everything even more complicated. He looked at me and said, "I can change." Just like that. Simple. Like all the years of pain could be reversed with one sentence. I didn't even respond immediately. I just looked at him because I had heard that before. Not once, not twice, many times. After arguments, after tears, after nights I slept angry and woke up tired. I would change, but nothing ever changed. Now suddenly, because he saw the truth for himself, it became real to him. He moved closer to me, still holding my phone. "Please," he said, "don't leave. We can fix this." I asked him one question. "If you didn't see this, would anything have changed?" He went quiet. That silence, that was my answer. Tears were still falling from his eyes. But for the first time, I wasn't moved. Not because I didn't care, but because I was tired. I told him I didn't just wake up and decide to leave you. This took time. I gave you chances you didn't even realize you were getting. He kept shaking his head. No, we can still fix it," he said. But the truth is, I had already started letting go long before that day. Emotionally, I wasn't there anymore. That message you saw, it wasn't the beginning, it was the end. Now he's trying, calling more, talking softly, acting like the man I always wanted. And that is what makes it even harder, because now he's finally becoming that person at the exact moment I no longer feel anything. So now I'm stuck. Do I stay because he's finally changing? Or do I leave because it took me planning my exit for him to even realize I was hurting? So tell me, am I wrong for still wanting to leave, even after seeing him cry like that? Babe, you are not wrong. Like you said, this has been happening for a long time. You've had enough. You are fed up. You said you've tried everything. You've spoken with him. You waited and waited, but nothing changed. What were you supposed to do? You are human. You have every right to be fed up, to be emotionally exhausted. So babe, you didn't just wake up and decide to leave. You got tired. Now he's crying and saying he will change. But babe, let's be honest here. He didn't change because he understood your pain. You've been crying for months. He has been seeing you. But immediately you told him you were leaving, all of a sudden he wants to change. Babe, right now you are just fed up. And when someone is fed up like that, it is very hard to feel anything. Right now, if you want to stay because he wants to try, fine. That is your decision. You know him best. But babe, if you also want to leave, go for your peace of mind. You have to choose yourself. Choose your happiness. Like you said, you've tried. I'm wishing you all the best, babe. You've got this. And now, let me know what you think down below. Is she wrong for wanting to leave? Leave your thoughts down below. And don't forget to leave your opinions for the other stories. They are all going to be in the comment section, reading your comments. They want your advice, so don't forget that. So if you don't give them the advice, they'll stop sending the stories. So leave your thoughts down below. And now, I really know that this is a judgment-free zone. We listen, we don't judge. So please be kind to them in the comment section. And babe, if you've not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Come and join the family. Please subscribe and like this video. And don't forget to turn on the notifications so that when I post, you'll be notified immediately. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Okay, I'm done. Bye.